Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages.
That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash.
Yeah.
Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
We are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. It's Barnes. It's Tony on the other side of the glass.
Guys.
It's Michael and Renee in the couch living room area of the studio. It's
Renee.
Wednesday. It's raining. Yankees get rained out tomorrow, so opening day will be out on Friday.
Sad, next Friday?
This Friday.
No, this Friday.
This Friday.
The day after tomorrow.
Friday looks clear, so at least we have that going for us. What's going on, Tony?
Not much, dude. Just enjoying our time together right here in the Sports Port. Pretty pumped for the Rangers win. Pumped that the Mets game hasn't gotten canceled or postponed, so that's nice. Must be clear skies in DC on Thursday. So
level of confidence with the McGill-Peterson tag team for tomorrow.
Hey, listen, man. These guys are coming off a tough season. McGill, has shined a few times for sure. Peterson has gotten dinged up a lot, but I mean, them together opening day, I'm sure have really jacked up. Nationals. Come on, dude.
Yeah,
I like it.
I mean, I just don't get. Well, especially though, do you think they'll switch gears if it gets ends up getting rained out, and then just go right with Scherzer
on Friday
on the back end?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It's still like, I don't know. It's like just put Bassett. I don't know if it just has to do with his routine or whatever.
I guess it does. Yeah.
I know, like, the idea of an opening day starter is nothing more than just like, you know what I mean? It's not as important as everyone makes it. It's just
it's not.
Game.
It's just like, the first game. That's all it is.
Right. Yeah. Just kind of a symbol, I guess you could say.
A symbol, a theme.
And then I just did see today, finally spending some money. How about the Cleveland Guardians? 5 years, 124 for Jose Ramirez. I feel like that's a steal, no?
Yeah, dude. That's like really cheap, I feel.
So, that just obviously made me think, what are the Yankees thinking? Get the deal done. Stop, horsing around. I mean, that's it. I don't.
Get the deal done for who?
Judge.
Oh. I know. But it's going to happen, dude. Don't worry
before Friday. And he's claiming he's not going to negotiate during the season, but then they were just talking about it on the radio. It's like, well, then you just give him what he wants. I mean, why would he not just take it?
Yeah.
But I just think on their end, it's like we saw how devastated the fans were, and I guess the ownership was right at the end of the day. But when Cano got away,
right?
The Yankees don't usually lose free agents, and it's like it could go either way, sure. But what if he hits 50 home runs? Then the price is going to be even higher. Like,
yeah.
I don't,
what are they waiting on?
I think it's the amount of years. They're so hell-bent on, we want to give him 5. He wants 7. And I'm sure he's asking for $35 million per season. They want to give him 30. Just give the man what he wants. Name him captain, and let's move on with our lives.
No, I think you're totally right, dude. I mean, you shouldn't be playing around with something like this. Like you said, they had Cano kind of slip through their fingers. And, if Judge slips through their fingers, I mean, that's going to be way worse.
Well,
how does that look?
The thing that you have to think about is, if you think they were upset about Cano, I mean, the backlash, I mean, you'd have people literally refuse to watch the games. I mean, right. I'll always watch, but that would probably be my worst moment as a Yankee fan if they let Judge go.
Maybe in sports history for you.
Honestly,
it's worse than losing in the playoffs. I'm not even kidding.
I mean, dude,
it would be. I could see it. It's almost
player of all time.
It's almost like it's happened already. The look on your face.
I know.
Why isn't it done? I mean, what the hell?
No, it's crazy.
It's just
if the father was here, it'd be done 2 months ago.
I mean, it's like, what does Hal need? What does he need to wake up? Honestly.
A big ass smack.
Maybe a nice cup of coffee from
Donut in. What if Jeter comes in and just smacks him and is like, dude, this is not how your father would run this.
Oh, man. Why
is he so different than his dad? Why didn't he just follow his dad's lead?
Well, you know what it is.
Doesn't want to be in the shadow.
His heart was never in it from the beginning. He wasn't planning on doing it.
So it was Dolan.
Happened. Yeah. Exactly. And he had his brother, Hank, who passed away, I think 2 years ago.
Who was about it?
He was more in it. He was the one that got the A-Rod deal together. Obviously, that didn't end up working out, but I'm saying
At least we got one
more
109.
involved at the time, but had some issues, unfortunately. So he wasn't able to be in it on an everyday basis. But that's the problem. He doesn't love it enough.
Yeah.
And it's just tough. But like we've said, the offseason hasn't went the way we want. But at the end of the day, I mean, you re-sign Judge, you rely on your farm system, something that us Yankee fans have been clamoring for years. I mean, that's kind of what you want. It's obviously on the players to produce, but that definitely is what you want. So fingers crossed they get this deal done. Tony, if you had to put a finger on it, what's the contract?
I think they'll give him 7 for 35. They're gonna have
7 for 35, really?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
They're gonna have to.
Wow. I was thinking that they'd meet in the middle at 6.
No.
And I think they're gonna try to get $30 million a year, but you think he's gonna push for that 35?
Yeah, I think he's gonna play some hardball here, rightfully so. I mean, dude, you go into a Yankee game at Yankee Stadium, half the stadium is Judge jerseys on. Like,
yeah,
half the league.
Yeah, I mean,
he is like almost the face of baseball.
He is.
At least to people who don't really watch much baseball.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Exactly, dude. Like, he's the only one that's fucking making non-fans actually tune in,
relatively interested.
Honestly.
Yeah. So hopefully they'll get that deal done, but just waiting is just so annoying. So I honestly, there's nothing that annoys me more. I am almost more annoyed than I was last season when the Yankees were struggling and weren't doing anything. But
and the season hasn't even started yet.
Yep. So good.
Oh my gosh.
But no, just get the deal done. Everything's fine. Don't even worry about it. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got, Tony. But let's talk a little Masters, Tony. Okay.
Oh.
Before we get to hockey, obviously Masters tomorrow. We talked about Tiger yesterday, the press conference saying that he plans on playing and believes that he can win, which is great.
Oh yeah.
So we're all excited to see that. And it's great. It's just an event that's such a great event. And then you throw in a Tiger return, a Tiger contend. The storyline just keeps going on and on and on. And really, if you look at this tournament, I mean, pretty much every name you could think of is there. The only name missing is Phil Mickelson.
Oh, why isn't he in it, dude?
I think this is a Michael Jordan-esque behind-the-scenes suspension. He's claiming he needs time to get it together.
Oh, you think he is suspended?
Yeah. I think they said stay the hell away. I mean, but it just what I really think he had some he's in a lot of debt or something because it just does not make sense. He won the PGA Championship last year. All the money he got from that, all the attention he got from that, being the oldest player to win a major. It has to be. It has to be. Why would he risk everything to make some more money in Saudi? It just does not make sense.
Yeah, no, I think you're totally right. It should be interesting. What do you think the suspension is like here? Just for this tournament, or
I think the rest of the year. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I think the commissioner's pissed. And he's called them out directly. Before.
Rightfully so, dude.
So gonna be great. We'll have the par 3 contest this afternoon. I think it's about 3:00. So I would imagine Tiger would be there with Charlie, and then we'll get underway tomorrow morning. So full field ahead. I'm just seeing too if they have the tee times. Let's see. Trying to just see when we get underway here. But all the action available to start early on ESPN Plus before they get the main coverage on ESPN. Let's just see what we got for scores. It's just it must be so tough, being another player. The fact that it's no matter what, the attention is on Tiger and the fans don't care about anybody else. I mean, do you think that's tough as a player, Tony?
Oh my God, yeah, dude. I mean, hey, obviously these guys are out there. This is, literally they're trying to make their living here, and all of a sudden you have this guy Tiger Woods, who of course, highly accoladed player, whatever, face of the PGA. But just to have him kind of come back from obviously, his car accident, whatever he's done, surgery, his whole story, and just kind of take over in terms of the news, at least major news anyway. With him kind of playing this tournament. I mean, yeah, I would imagine it would kind of tick me off a little bit in terms of the young talent or even the veteran talent that's kind of in this tournament too. So I would be kind of ticked off.
I mean, one guy that comes to mind, Brooks Koepka.
Yeah.
You think he enjoys just no one really cares about me?
No, I don't think he does.
But the way he is he thinking, okay, well, when Tiger, is plus 10 on Sunday and I'm in the top 3, I think it's going to be different.
I think it's going to be different when he's plus 10 and they're still covering Tiger Woods.
Yeah, probably. So, first tee times. Well, first, they do the opening tee shot. That's, Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, and they've added Tom Watson to that mix. Used to have Arnold Palmer. They had Lee Elder for the November Masters, before he unfortunately passed away. So they like to start with a couple legends, hitting the first tee shot. And then 8 o'clock is going to be the first group out. Jose Maria Alazbal and JJ Spawn, who won the other week. And then you got Patty Harrington and Mike Weir, along with the amateur Austin Greaser at 8:11. And then keep on going down the list. The last tee time is slotted for 2:03. And I'm just seeing Tiger Woods scheduled to tee off with Joaquin Niemann and Luis Oosthuizen at 10:34 tomorrow. So that should be a power group, Tony.
Thought you're almost going to say Luis Hill. Yeah.
Did you see Luis Hill is starting the season in AAA? So I'm pumped about that, by the way. Anyhow, Tony, I'll start with you here. Give me your Masters winner. And as a bonus, Tiger's finish. Obviously they could be the same potentially.
Right. Well, I was told by Barnes yesterday I cannot pick Tiger Woods to win it.
No, you could.
So no. You said you don't want to hear Tiger Woods winning it.
No, go ahead.
No, I don't have Tiger Woods winning it.
All right.
You want to know who I have winning it? I'm going to go Colin Morikawa.
Wow.
For the win, baby.
Stealing my pick right here.
No way.
I mean, he's up there, but I have other options, so I'm not worried about it.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I almost went Justin Thomas, but I don't know. I feel like his putting game is like, eh.
Yeah.
But, no, I mean, Morikawa, what is he, like 26, 25?
I think 25, actually. Believe it or not.
Young buck, dude, consistent hitter all the way, from the tee to the green. He's just really good all around. And I feel like he's just going to do it. I feel like he's going to come up big, and I feel like he's going to remain consistent. And, I feel like there's rain, obviously, in the forecast here.
Yeah, 25 years old.
So, I think he's going to, where other guys may struggle due to the weather, he's going to, like I said, remain with that consistent play. So, be Morikawa, dude.
Wow. And I think, right now, Scotty Scheffler, number one player in the world. I think it should be Morikawa.
Yeah.
He's already won 2 majors, and it was before he had turned 25.
Right.
The only other person to do that was Tiger, so he's going for major number 3. And I just think he's amazing, honestly. He's just such a good player, and it's all up from here. Where do you have Tiger finishing?
I'll put him at 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be a very big accomplishment for not winning, for sure. So I look at this, and like I said, I definitely had some thoughts about going, with Morikawa, but pivoting from that, just taking a look here. I know you mentioned, the putting, but
You going Thomas?
JT's due for another major. He only has the PGA Championship like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe even longer. But he's always, right up there. And I think he's due to have some success at Augusta. So give me JT to win the Masters. And I'm going to say Tiger finishes tied for 11th.
Ooh, just outside
that top 10.
That's tough.
So
where do you think DJ is going to finish?
DJ is going to miss the cut.
You think he's going to miss the cut again?
He's so odd where he's so on, nobody can beat him. And then he's like, he can't even make the cut. So I think, he's not going to have a
You won it 2 years ago,
2 years ago, and then missed the cut last year.
Yeah.
That's kind of what my thoughts are. Michael, I know what you're going to say, but I'll ask you anyway. The winner of the 2022 Masters Tournament is
coming in second, Ricky Suave Fowler. Unexpected, right?
Wow.
I know. And in first, completing what will be called the greatest comeback in sports history, Tiger Woods.
Do you think we hit Super Bowl rating numbers?
Yeah.
Tony?
No.
But highest rated Sunday ever if he's, within 2 or 3 strokes going into Sunday.
Yeah,
100.
if he is, absolutely,
Dude, if he's within, it's breaking the Olympics this year for sure.
Yeah.
The Olympics, dude.
Yeah, because it was so bad.
Yeah,
Well, I
but
mean,
that's
it's
not-
always
that's-
bad.
That's
I mean,
not a good thing to break.
That's not a
dude. Like, it's
surprise.
easy. Yeah,
though. I mean,
yeah,
that's
Yeah,
not
but
like-
I'm saying that's worldwide, Anthony.
yeah.
And then somebody just to, he's not going to win it, but he's just a veteran. He really primarily plays on the senior tour, but he's able to play the Masters as I think he's a 2-time winner. Bernard Langer, Tony, 64 years old, just an absolute competitor.
Really?
Plays over in Europe. He was born in Germany, actually.
68?
64. 64 years old, 2-time Masters champ, 85, 93. I'm calling it right now. He's finishing in the top 15, which would be quite the accomplishment. So just keep an eye out for that. Bernard Langer. And then I just want to take a look here, on
What about Oosthuizen?
Oosthuizen.
Nah. Top 5? Top 10?
No, Oosthuizen, I'm going to say, is going to be up 5 strokes going into Sunday, and then he's going to shoot an 80.
Oh.
He just does it every time. I mean,
Yeah,
other
I
than
know.
that one major win in 2010. I listen, it would be great to see for sure, and it'll be fun seeing him teeing it up with Tiger. I'm sure they'll have a lot to talk about on the course.
Mhm.
But yeah, he just can't get it done. Koepka, does he make the cut?
No.
Wow. Knee barking or just bad performance?
Bad performance. I guess you can put it on the knee a little bit too.
Yeah. So I can't wait. 8 o'clock gets all started tomorrow.
I'm
ESPN
pumped
Plus.
talking about it, honestly.
Yeah. And masters.com, you can follow any player you want all over the course. So that's always good. They do a great job with the coverage. So getting underway in Augusta, Georgia tomorrow. But I think, Tony, it's time to go to the world of the National Hockey League.
In they come, Kevin, what a save by Vasilevsky! Are you kidding me? McAvoy, Frederick, did you get the license plate number on that truck? McDavid, beautiful move! You just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal!
All right, Tony. So let's start out. We talked about the Rangers back in action, a Gorgie game. They win 3-1. Chris Kreider setting the record for power play goals in a season.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking a tie with former Ranger legend Jaromir Jagr. 25 power play goals. And the Rangers get a much-needed 3-1 win over the Devils. What'd you see?
Oh, dude. Well, first of all, I mean, Georgiev, shame on you, Barnes.
You said he wouldn't get the start, though.
No, but we talked about it, dude. We talked about it yesterday. Regardless of who should have gotten the start or not, Georgiev was in net. I know he didn't. I think he had 21 saves, right, on 22 shots, obviously, but he had some big saves, dude. I mean, he looked good. I guess you can kind of say a little bit of a bounce back performance in a big spot for the Rangers. I mean, if they lost this game against Devils, it could have been kind of a slippery slope for them for the next few games. But just to get this other win under the belt, I mean, it's great, honestly, for the near future, Michael. But other than that, you have honestly usual suspects. I mean, Panarin, the setup man for Kreider. You talked about that nice goal that Kreider had, just pretty much letting his stick out there, the puck hitting his stick, but in the net. Yeah, putting his stick out there, Michael. You like that? Something the Devils don't do. Uh-oh.
They're young.
Wow.
They're young?
They're young.
All right, dude, take it easy, bro. Also, Rangers playing typical Rangers defense. Devils went 0 for 2 in the power play. They had a good penalty kill last night. And it was just Rangers are back, dude. That's all it is right there. Devils are shit.
Wow. But any concern, I was kind of just talking to you quickly.
Any concern
before the show in terms of, those wasted opportunities, in the first period where conceivably, they could have scored 3 or 4 goals. I mean, do you see that being an issue, moving forward?
I don't think so, honestly. I mean, the Rangers are pretty resilient. The past few games we've been talking about how they just weren't really able to finish, but it doesn't really seem to affect their play later into the game. which is why I think, you kind of see them making that little bit of a comeback against the Flyers, still scoring 3 goals anyway on the Devils. So I don't think it'd be a huge concern. And I think, again, with their resiliency and determination, I feel like over time, I mean, those pucks are going to start hitting the back of the net again.
Yeah. And it seems like, I don't know if it's just me, but like over this kind of lull they've had offensively,
Right.
kind of nowhere to be found are Mika and Panarin. And I think other than Kreider, I think they're the big cogs in terms of getting this offense going.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Yeah, I guess Zibanejad I don't think he had any points last night. But yeah, I wouldn't put too much stock into it. I mean, players are streaky at some points, and I guess Zibanejad is one of them. So I'm not that worried, dude.
Yeah, and then nice to see Strome with the goal, return to action.
Yeah, returning from injury, dude. I was always a big Ryan Strome guy. I followed him actually when he was on the Islanders a few years ago. He was on he was on the line with like Brock Nelson, and when Barzal came in, that's when he left. But yeah, dude, love to see a man kind of come back from injury and kind of hit the ground running.
Yeah, and then I mentioned too, Kreider's goal was insane. And it was Joe Micheletti on the broadcast was saying, listen, that's not luck, that's skill. That he knew to be right next to the net and just sticking the stick out just slightly to tap the puck in, and the goalie, is obviously he doesn't even see him swinging his stick. He doesn't know how to defend that. I mean, it's just amazing within a couple feet how skilled Chris Kreider is.
It really is outrageous. I mean, that is the name of his game is in front of the net. And you see it, dude, in practice. Like they literally practice that. Like instead of shooting the puck on net, they'll shoot it down to the guy in front of the net and try and deflect it in. And obviously Chris Kreider is one of the better guys at the league.
Yeah. So a nice win for the Rangers here as they get off that 2-game losing streak. You look around the league. So yesterday, we both actually went 3-2. So nothing in terms of ground made up there. Sabres 4-2 over the Hurricanes.
Very surprised
at that, but they have been kind of playing tough down the stretch after obviously being one of the worst teams in the league. So Craig Anderson with a nice game, 32 saves. Senators 6-3 over the Canadiens. So they get a win there. Kind of expected that. And then the Leaf streak is over. They had a decent sized lead. I think a 2-goal at least against the Panthers. But they end up falling in OT 7-6. And this is why, I think it's, clearing away in the East, the number one competition for the Rangers are the Florida Panthers. Their offense is unbelievable.
Hey, they were down 5-1 in the second period.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't realize it was even that much.
And again, you talk about a team who's just resilient and kind of just like their offense could pop off at any moment. And once they get rolling, very hard to stop the Florida Panthers.
Yeah. Huber the game winner in OT is 26th. And Tavares finally gets on the board, his 25th on a power play in the third.
Oh, wow.
So he is back. He had 2 goals from Marner as well. And, Austin Matthews didn't score for the first time in like 7 games, but did have 3 assists. So continuing his MVP campaign. But definitely that was a really good game and a matchup we could definitely see in the playoffs sooner rather than later.
Oh, yeah.
And then, Blue Jackets 4-2 over the Flyers. No surprise there. Avalanche showing why they did not deserve to be dogs. 6-4 over the Penguins. So
crazy.
Kind of one of those things, though. Another big-time opponent, big game at home for the Penguins, and they fall short despite having that good record. So I just feel like they're going to struggle in the playoffs and, could be one and done, for all the Gootsnells and the Crosbys and the Mickelson. It just seems like they have tough time. Like, is it just me, or I feel like they haven't even scored like more than 5 or 6 goals in a game all season? Like,
I would
very rarely.
I'm pretty sure it has happened, but it rarely has happened this season.
They just don't have it when they need it. And then how about your Bruins? 5-3 to the Red Wings. What happened,
dude? And it's funny, Barnes, because this is a name that I have trouble pronouncing because it's absolutely ridiculous. But the tender for Detroit. I'll just call him Alex because that's his first name. 50 saves last night, dude.
Wow.
50.
That's big.
Yeah, he was all over the place. Again, you talk about, Boston, obviously, good offense, right? That's why they had 50 shots on net. They still scored 3 goals, but Detroit, you kind of saw them with a little bit of a bounce back. I think Larkin had a goal. Honestly, I think there was 5 different players each had a goal. Honestly, at that point, and there was a big fight too, dude. I was looking at highlights like right after the empty net goal. I think towards the end, everyone just started fighting, which was absolutely hilarious because Boston pretty. You talk about Marchand's kind of a dirty player. I'm not really sure how the fight started, but it was great hockey regardless of the loss. So.
Yeah, so usually you lose to a team like Detroit.
I know
might not bode well for you in the playoffs, but obviously
I'm not that worried about the Bruins though.
Time will tell. And once again, the Predators do it to me 6-2.
I had
over the Wilds.
I had a good chuckle this morning when I woke up looked at the score.
I just can't break it. I gotta start going opposite of what I think. So I'm gonna say it big and say, oh, okay, taking the other thing. But Saros looking like Patrick Waugh in goal, 47 saves for the Preds last night as they get the win there. Stars in a close one, 3-2 over the Islanders. At home, the Stars have been good this year. Definitely struggled on the road, but they hold home ice well. And then the Oilers continue their hot streak. I mean, they were almost a 500 team, and now they're 16 games over 500 with a 2-1 win over the Sharks in overtime. McDavid with the game winner, and it's just like, most of their games that they've won on this hot streak has been by virtue of, scoring 5 or 6 goals. But this one, they win a tight one. And I think that really bodes well for them moving into the postseason.
Yeah, it definitely does. I would like to see, honestly, more offense out of them, though. I'm trying to look at the stats. I don't think they had, again, you think of a team like the Sharks, they should be able to put up, a decent amount of points.
On the road, though,
but still,
customs going into America, right?
Oh, 24 shots on net. Come on, dude.
Nugent Hopkins had his 10th, a shorthanded in the third. But I hear you. And you look at, Remmer had 22 saves for the Sharks. So you'd like to see that, but I think most of their games this season, they have done that.
Right.
So like you said, I don't think, there's much concern for them. Are you at least, considering the possibility now that they can advance past the first round?
Yeah, a little bit.
Now, who are you starting in net if you're, head of the Oilers?
Oh, that's a good question, dude. Let me see if I can pull up the numbers in front of me. I mean, off the top of my head, I guess I would do Smith, right? But hold on.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think so. I don't know, Koskinen. I mean, I think he's had some better games of recent, but Smith seems like, he's the vet. 5 in a row, by the way, for Edmonton.
Nice.
5th place right now, so they would match up with St. Louis, which would be a great first-round matchup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me Smith. Why not, dude? I think he's been doing really well as of recently. And again, I mean, I feel like even having Koskinen to have that kind of, even there to back him up, maybe third game you start Koskinen. Why not?
And how about Edmonton, Tony? I mean, it would be quite the stretch, but 4 points behind Calgary, and they have 11 games to play for second. I mean, could you imagine if they finish second after all the year?
Unbelievable. I know. That'd be quite the comeback.
It seems like that press conference with Draisaitl be a distant memory.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So, but it's going to be interesting to see because I know, I guess, kind of recently the front office there hasn't done a good job of kind of taking advantage of talent that they have and kind of getting the team to kind of excel and kind of improve. So I'll be very interested to see, first of all, obviously how this season finishes up, but what moves are made this offseason for them. I think it's going to be big because you want to capitalize on having 2 of the best players in the league. And I think with Mike Smith at 40 years old that, they would probably be in the market for a goalie, you'd imagine.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for a goalie, and I think you're going to see Nugent Hopkins get moved.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Where does he have decent value? I mean, I know he has 10 goals on the season.
Yeah, I would say for the right team. I mean, again, I could see. I don't know where he would go yet, but I would say, yeah, he definitely has good value. I mean, he's a good setup man. Again, 10 goals isn't his best season, obviously, but no, he's a great skater. I would say he is probably the 3rd or 4th best person forward on the team, I should say.
Yeah.
So
that would be interesting, to see kind of how they shape the roster. So on to the night, we got 5 games and actually a TNT doubleheader.
Oh boy.
Lightning Capitals at 7:30, followed by Flames at Ducks, 10 o'clock. So we'll go 2 each in a common.
Sounds good.
What do you got to start, Tony?
I'm going to go with another team I've been kind of high and mighty on. I'm going to go with the Winnipeg Jets at home, Detroit on the back-to-back. I don't think they're consistent enough to kind of to beat Winnipeg right here, dude. I don't think they're going to be scoring 5 goals tonight. I'll give them 2 at most. Also, obviously, you know, they're trying to end their on the road losing streak. But it's going to be Hellebuck in net, dude. I don't think he should have much issue against Detroit. Give me Winnipeg 3-1.
3-1 victory for your Winnipeg Jets. And I just want to pull up starting goalies here while I have a second.
Yeah, dude.
But just looking at this, kind of seeing what we got. I mean, there's one obvious one that I'm thinking about.
Oh, really? Is it Tampa Bay?
No, actually, but that it's funny because like the big game, the Capitals, of course. I just want to take a look at the tenders here. So Vasilevsky is expected.
Yeah.
Husso for the Blues, Markstrom for Calgary. You know what? Just give me Calgary. I mean, the Ducks are terrible. I mean, I can't believe I ever, put any stock into them this season. So I think the Flames 6-1 here. Markstrom, we know what he does in net and their offense. I mean, it just, Gaudreau, he really kind of gets things going for Calgary.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why they're number 2 in the West. So,
Dude, yeah, I think he had like 6 points last night, Gaudreau.
I mean, 6 points is insane.
Yeah, maybe it was 5. It was 2 goals, I think, 3 assists.
Lindholm,
But still.
very good as well. 35 goals this season.
Elias?
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's what I got for my pick number 1.
All right, for my number 2 pick, I mean, I was just talking about it, dude. I guess I could do the Lightning over the Caps.
Vasilevsky's kind of looked a little rusty lately, no?
Yeah, a little rusty, but dude, bounce back game here.
Yeah,
is what I'm thinking. Washington hasn't had a ton of great offense this season. I think Samsonov is in net. Who's a good goalie. He has 3 shutouts on the year. He's 19-9. But I would think Tampa Bay would be able to kind of get a few pucks past him. Give me the Lightning. Oof. Give me 3-1 again.
Wow.
Let's go.
All right. So you got the Lightning. For my pick number 2, I always look. Honestly, I don't think I would trade Gorgiev straight up for Binnington. Honestly, he's supposed to be like pretty good, no?
No, he is. He's a very good goalie.
Binnington,
yeah,
but he hasn't played that way this year.
I mean, he's
had some tough games.
Start of the season, he was really good, but but then further down the stretch, no.
Like
dude.
Going into this year, was he supposed to be the starter over Husso?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's just it just hasn't been there for him. Just curious. I'm gonna just take a quick look in terms of his numbers this year. Just want to see. So 13-13, 3.25 goals against, Tony.
Yeah,
899 save. I mean,
percentage.
that's not going to get it done. Who's 20-6?
Yeah, I'm going to say it's probably one of his worst seasons in the NHL. I want to say he's been in since 2014 or something like that. With St. Louis pretty much all the way. And last season, I think he had he was definitely over 900 save percentage. Maybe he was like at 2 goals against or something like that. Like it was good. It was really good.
But I mean, you would think at this point, I mean, they would look to just kind of go with Husso and possibly move Binnington in the offseason. Just kind of based on the way things have gone this year.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see how Husso kind of does the rest of the season. I wouldn't be so slap happy with getting rid of Binnington, honestly.
I say just trade him for Koskinen. No, straight up. Change of scenery.
I feel like Edmonton would definitely do that.
Yeah. I mean, just, new face, new places, new faces. You know how that all works. Sometimes a change of scenery is all you need.
New places, new faces.
Like Cleveland.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I've never been so turned off by the NBA. I swear to God. But obviously it's
how disappointing was it though?
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, did you see what LeBron did last night?
No,
didn't play.
Yeah,
didn't play.
Season on the line. Sat.
Barnes.
Well, the season
Barnes,
was
give
over.
me something.
They were
Barnes.
still technically mathematically in.
Still technically mathematically in.
I just-
obviously he's
Against
dealing
who?
with
It tells me his mind's in Cleveland.
Who are they playing?
the Suns. I mean, then we're gonna. Well, the Suns are resting people too. Whatever. But
See what happens when you start
dude,
watching hockey, a good sport.
No,
dude?
Yeah, he gets happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and they're talking about Doc Rivers as a candidate at once Vogel gets fired. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Like,
It's like hiring Thibs.
yeah, maybe we should talk to the Knicks.
They
about a
should team
trade.
up in LA again, like Boston.
They mentioned Quinn Snyder. I mean, that would actually probably be a good.
I don't mind him. He's a fiery coach. I don't mind. Did you see that Dallas wants to trade for Rudy Gobert this offseason?
I did see that.
So is Donovan leaving too? Knicks?
Yeah, that would be
Zion?
interesting.
Everyone's going
From
to the Knicks.
Greenwich. Do you think
From
Michael,
Greenwich?
that
What?
that LeBron would be able to tolerate Jeff Van Gundy as coach of the Lakers?
Honestly, yeah. I think he needs a pop or someone
Yeah.
for this last run.
Yeah, because it's just these guys. He looks at him.
He's like, I'm your age,
you're a
dude.
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, he needs someone who's got 40 years as a coach.
yeah.
Larry Brown?
Possibly. No, but honestly, tell me that this isn't true. Like the Lakers situation right now, you take LeBron out of it, but just everyone else on the team. This reminds me of Knicks 06, 07, 08, 09. Same situation.
Oh, 100%.
Where just you have overpriced veterans, they have nothing to trade. No value.
Nothing, dude.
I mean, obviously, sure, you could trade LeBron. I don't know. I just
Trade
think
AD?
I think they're you could trade AD.
They're
But
gonna-
you gave up so much to get him. You're
I
not even
know.
going to get half of that back.
no.
Yeah, we'll
So you
take
might
the
as well-
L, dude.
Take the L, Tony. I mean, it's just like at that point, you might as well just write it out. If he's healthy for a full year, he's nasty.
He's not
So
gonna be though.
He could.
Sure, and Westbrook could start trading threes, but he's not gonna.
Anyhow, we'll see what happens. We'll talk a little more NBA once the playoffs start, but just very disheartening season on my end for sure. But back to what we were talking about, Tony. The Blues all over the Seattle Kraken. I'm gonna say 5-0, and you're gonna see Tarasenko with a hat trick.
Yeah, buddy.
And you're going to have, a shutout for Husso. And Binnington's going to start looking for property in Edmonton.
3-0?
5.
5-0.
5-0. Yeah. So I can't wait to see this. If it's Blues Oilers playoff series and they make the trade after the year, that'll be crazy.
That would be.
So that's what we got. And then we have the one common game left between Vancouver and the Knights. So I guess we're doing the old 1-2-3, but let me just double check tenders. So it looks like it's going to be Demko. He's the normal starter, right, for Vancouver?
Correct.
Versus Leonard. How do you say it?
Leonard.
Leonard. All right. All right. So 1, 2, and 3 Canucks.
Vancouver. Oh.
Wow. Of course. No, just hate the energy out of Vegas right now.
I know, dude. I mean, and they've been doing pretty well at home. I think they're looking for their like 7th straight home win or something like that. But I don't know. I feel like, and didn't they just play too?
Yeah.
They played like 2 days ago.
Right.
Vancouver won. No, Vancouver lost 3-2. Not gonna happen again, dude.
No way.
No way.
No way.
JT,
Yeah. JT, the man.
the man.
And then really the only other thing here I just wanted to see is just upcoming.
Vegas and Seattle are like, it's going to be one of the two. That's going to be a new NBA team for sure.
You kind of lean
Vegas.
Seattle.
Vegas.
If they're making a new franchise, if they're just like making a new one,
Yeah, it's gonna be Vegas.
I would do Vegas and then just have OKC go back to
Yeah.
Seattle.
Oh, you would think is.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're going to just like waste the making a new whole franchise in the league, just give it to Vegas
right.
and let Seattle have OKC back so they could keep the history. It's the same, you know what I mean?
No, they should do that 100%. And you know that Vegas, everybody's obsessed with going.
They're
to Vegas.
making the stadium right now. They've already started making it, apparently. Like it's a mega stadium, apparently. NBA stadium.
Wow, it's gonna be so cool to just
Go there
all
for
these
like
games. Yeah.
when is it during the month or during the year that like all the major sports are going on?
That would be the fall.
Yeah.
What would it beginning of October? Tony?
Yeah, I was about to say October.
Or like last week of
October
September?
first week.
October, probably September, maybe even.
Oh, because really it's just about basketball because we know baseball.
When does basketball start?
Basketball starts
Like that right around there.
middle October. So it's like World Series
World
actually.
Series
Yeah,
time.
it'll be so,
Okay.
dude.
Yeah.
That
There's
sucks.
no
There's
baseball
no
in Vegas,
games
so.
there.
Yeah.
That'd be cool to like go there
Oh,
when all the games.
Everything's going on. I know,
Oh my
dude.
god!
Yeah,
Barnes would his arm would be at one stadium, his
Yeah.
leg would be in another.
No, that'll be great. Can't wait to go to some games there. And I was just pulling up, Tony. So Rangers back in action tomorrow against Pittsburgh. This is an ESPN Plus Hockey Night in America game.
Yeah, baby.
But it's available on Hulu as
Yes,
well.
it is.
So no Micheletti, but they do have pre and post on MSG. That's what Bill Pito was saying yesterday when I was watching the post game. What do you think about Lundqvist in studio?
Oh, love it, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, dude, first of all, look at the man.
I mean, it's kind of just sad to see him.
I mean, he
It
is.
feels like he should still be playing.
Yeah.
Oh, of
honestly.
course, dude. I mean, it's really
Do you
unfortunate.
think he could play better than Gorgiev right now? In all seriousness, like dead serious.
I mean, like health wise, probably not, dude.
But if it was one game, or you still would go Gorgie?
No, I would go Lundqvist.
Lundqvist all day.
Well, that's
But
what-
he has like a heart issue. Like,
yeah,
he can't.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
He can't. It's not like he retired because he wanted to.
Right, but sometimes they figure that stuff out. I mean, LaMarcus Aldridge was able to come back.
I
this year.
know. So we'll see how
Yeah.
it goes. I mean, listen again. Look at the guy on camera. He's like one of the most handsome people in the entire world. You can't even tell me he's not.
I mean,
Thank you. So, and obviously the man knows a lot about hockey. He's a great analyst. He's poised. He's calm and natural on camera. Absolutely love it, dude.
yeah. No, so always fun watching the MSG
Yeah.
pre and post.
You know what's crazy, Barnes? He was supposed to play with the Capitals.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
But it's a shame too, kind of how it ended with the Rangers, though.
Yeah.
You know, it just, but
He's going to be the greatest goalie ever in the NHL history to never win a cup.
There you go. You had to add that.
Yeah, I was gonna say because in franchise history, I mean, we're hoping Shesterkin will pass him. But a lot of
Renee
times,
just did the
Wow.
mimicking Barnes.
do you need some banana bread or something? Renee?
Oh!
But yeah, so we got Pittsburgh tomorrow, home against Ottawa on Saturday. That's an NHL Network game, and then Tuesday, Wednesday next week, home to Carolina at Philadelphia. So you know, some good teams mixed in there. You kind of half and half. But you'd hope to go 3-1. I mean, especially after
We're going 4-0, baby.
I mean, 4-0 would be great. I guess the only spot I would really be concerned about would be Carolina. Honestly.
I think I don't know. I feel like we've played up to Carolina when we've played them.
Mhm.
Honestly, I think it might be Pittsburgh. Honestly,
But
is my biggest worry.
I hate to say it, but I mean, I hope that they don't take Ottawa lightly. I
Mhm.
hope it's not a Gorgie game because I
Right.
definitely could see it being one. But I guess you would think Wednesday against Philadelphia, they better beat the Flyers. If they lose in Philadelphia to the Flyers, I mean, that's a disgrace.
It is
really
a disgrace.
is. So hopefully you hear, they get the monkey off the back last night with the victory. Continue moving forward here.
Yeah,
as
bud.
we approach the postseason.
Hell yeah!
So excited for those Colony Ranger playoff games.
Oh my god, dude.
Going to be legendary. You got anything else for me, Tony?
I don't think so, dude.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah. So that's what we got. But of course, another great show. So we appreciate everyone to continue to keep commenting, liking, and subscribing, checking out our archives on our YouTube page, as well as getting some merch at downtimetv.com. Enjoy the day, enjoy the games, and we will see you mañana.
Tomorrow.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.